Uh-huh. Let's look at 18 U.S. Code 1201. Oh, the Parental Kidnapping Prevention Act. Oh, the abduction and kidnapping. Ouch. The interstate transportation. Yes. The abduction of my sons across the Pacific. Poop. Now, this parental, yes, kidnapping prevention act, yes. You said that you could do what you were doing when you can't, yes. Now, when Heidi made arrangements, right, to transport my sons to Clallam County, yes, and you issued a protection order where I was not given any notice or opportunity to be heard, yes. And then you arrested me for the allegation of it when I was contacting Healthy Families of Clallam County about did they get the evaluation from the evaluator about marriage reconciliation. You arrested me and put me in jail. Yeah. I was found not guilty. My record was expunged. Yes. Now, this Parental Kidnapping Protection Act. When you issued that dissolution of marriage without me getting any notice or opportunity to be heard, yes. And then you didn't enforce the United Nations jurisdiction of the marriage certificate, yes. And then I never got a dissolution of marriage, yes. This would make it an actual kidnapping and a child abduction, yes. Parental, the parental, parole, parsimony, parental, parental consent treatment, parental consent, parental kidnapping protection act. A 1980 federal statute providing a penalty for child kidnapping by a non-custodial parent and requiring states to recognize and enforce a child custody order rendered by a court of another state. Yeah. Uniform Child Custody Jurisdiction Act, Federal Kidnapping Act. Now, you gave custody. You issued a dissolution of marriage where the actual custody of my sons was given to a parent, but she is not the custodial parent. She's the non-custodial parent. See, when you did not protect any of my rights as a father, and you did not do what the law of the United Nations required, I explained that to you yesterday. Yes. This whole idea of providing a penalty for child kidnapping by the non custodial parent. She is not actually the custodial parent because I was not given any due process and you did not have reciprocity with the United States to be able to dissolve the marriage. Yes. Now, the states of the United States that are required to recognize and enforce child custody orders rendered by a court that did not have jurisdiction right now. Now, I explained yesterday, our actual marriage certificate was issued from the United Nations. I told you about breach of marriage. Yes. I told you how the United Nations does their dissolutions of marriage. Yep. And then you as a court said we had jurisdiction to be able to issue the dissolution of marriage. I informed you that you didn't. Now, you did not preserve the marriage. No. And you did not have jurisdiction. And my wife, as a non-custodial parent, has control of my sons. Now, you can see here, yes, I was never given notice of court hearings. I was never given a dissolution of marriage. Yes. All she said was, well, he's crazy. Oh. But actually, the person that you gave custody of my sons to, yes, is the non custodial parent. She did not protect my rights as a father. She did not inform the court that our marriage certificate was actually issued from the United Nations. And the United Nations law requires that we, as the parties named, that did sign in Kosovo, yes, that it is the actual kidnapping of my sons. Now, if the sheriff would realize something right now, see this right here? Mail returned unclaimed. I just want to explain that your bullshit way of handling problems, well, we're just going to say we can't find the guy. You had my phone number. You called me in 2013, didn't you, Sheriff's Department in Sequim, Washington? Yeah. You do know who I am. I sent you 2,600,000 emails. Poop. Now, when I say that I want to be the custody of my sons, what you did was you issued a fraudulent dissolution of marriage, yes, without any authority of law. Pooch. And then the parent that is the non-custodial parent, yes, has had custody of them for 7 years and 8 months. Now, for the Brennan School District, coach, superintendent, your winning football games is. I want you to understand something. Heidi Lee Budnick has been the non-custodial parent of my sons since she took them on July 2nd of 2011. When you issued a protection order, yes, without me having any rights enforced, it's kidnapping and child abduction. Poop. When you refuse to remove your forgery and fraud, yes, it's kidnapping and child abduction. When you refuse to enforce my custody rights, I want you to understand the crime. Well, you're going to return to me my 5 sons because I am the custodian parent. This is not a dissolution of marriage. Judge Rohrer, this decree of dissolution violates the laws of the United States. Heidi has been the non-custodial parent since July 2nd of 2011. The evaluator, the expungement, the marriage certificate from the United Nations, yes. Heidi has been the non-custodial parent. I have always been the custodial parent. Now, give me custody of my sons. Return them to me. Do it right now.